Hello, my friends. Where did it go? There I am. It's so good to see you. We are back at it at school, learning about some grammar. And so I am excited because we're learning about shades of meaning. And shades of meaning is going to make our writing not just good, not just wonderful, but incredible. Incredible. And those words are kind of synonyms for each other. This means that they mean the same thing, only slightly different. That's going to be important this week as we explore shades of meaning. So, what are shades of meaning? Well, some words mean the same thing, and we call these words synonym. Synonym, same. But they have small differences between them. One word might be stronger or a little bit weaker than another. For example, you might be sad, you might be upset, or you might be miserable. These are called shades of meaning. Look, notice the words sad, upset, and miserable are all shades of blue, but some are stronger and darker than others, just like the word. Sad, it's like you're a little bit upset. Upset, right in the middle. And miserable, you're extremely upset. Let's look at some more. One word. Good writers use a variety of words and these shades of meaning to make their writing more interesting. So let's think about these words: scared, frightened, or terrified. Do you notice the difference between scared, frightened, and terrified? What do you notice? You might have noticed about the color. Scared is kind of the lightest color in our set. Frightened, things are getting a little more intense now. Notice that the meaning of this word, the shade, is becoming more intense. And terrified, ah! Scared, frightened, and terrified. These words all mean kind of the same thing, but depending on how you use them, their shade of meanings might be more intense. Grandma does not like spiders. If she sees one, she will scream and faint. Would you say that she is scared of spiders, frightened of spiders, or terrified of spiders? All of these synonyms work in the sentence. But let's see if I can get some clues as to which shade of this word would work best in the sentence. It says that Grandma does not like spiders. It also says if she sees one, she will faint. So Grandma is terrified of spiders. We had to use our most intense word to talk about Grandma's fear because screaming and fainting is a very intense reaction to a spider. Miss Morris likes spiders. The secret. They're helpful. So what would you say? Lily had not eaten all day long and she was starving. She nibbled her food. She ate her food. She devoured her food. Can we act these out? Lily nibbled her food. What might that look like? What about eating? What about devouring something? What might that look like? Nom, 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 nom. Yes, devouring her food. So if Lily had not eaten at all, she would be using a very intense word to talk about her hunger. Jeff's baby sister threw 2 Cheerios at his face during breakfast. Do you think that Jeff was annoyed, angry, or furious? Well, let's think about that. Miss Morris has two young children. They often throw their food. When they do that, it makes me feel annoyed, but it doesn't make me angry or furious. Those are really intense reactions to someone throwing something, especially if that person is a baby. You can tell that Jeff probably expected his baby sister to throw her food. So he really wasn't that upset when it happened. He was just annoyed. Please put these words in order from the weakest word to the strongest. Gigantic, big, massive. All of these words mean that something is great in size. But I have to put the weakest one all the way at the end. Which one is the weakest word in the set? It would have the lightest shade of meaning. That's right. The word big is the weakest word in the set. Now, between gigantic and massive, whoa, those words really mean something is extremely large, but one is more intense than the other one. Can you stop and think? Which one would come next in the set? I hope you said the word gigantic. If something is gigantic, it's really big. But if something is massive, it's huge. It's taking up so much mass and so much space. Put these words in order from the weakest to the strongest. Soaked, damp, wet. All of these words mean that something's wet, right? Which one is just your regular word? I hope you said damp. Damp means something is just a little bit wet. If Miss Morris says to dampen a cloth, this doesn't mean that I want you to take the cloth and make it fully wet. Damp just means a little bit. Your regular middle of the road word is wet. And finally, if something is soaked, it's pouring water. We can get these in the correct order if we think about an example with them. What would it look like if I dampened a rag? What would it look like if I wet a rag? And what would it look like if I soaked the rag? Thinking about things like this can help us get our shades of meaning together. So let's think of meanings of synonyms and replace the crossed out words. Her dress was pretty. Let's say I want to make this more intense. I might say, for example, her dress was beautiful. Her mom is nice. Another word that means nice is the word pleasant. Her mom is pleasant. Talk to a partner about a time that you have felt these emotions. If you're listening to this on your headphones, then I want you to talk to me about it, but not a partner. Pleased, excited, enthusiastic, and exuberant. A time that you felt pleased might be a time that you got an extra sticker. A time you felt excited. Maybe you're going to a birthday party. A time you felt enthusiastic might be when you have worked really hard and you're finally getting awarded for getting those straight A's you've been working on. And a time you felt exuberant, a new puppy. Notice that all of these words talk about happy emotions, but each one can have a stronger or lighter shade of meaning. Okay, boys and girls, we're going to have a great time learning this week. It's time for Miss Morris to go. I love you. I love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. All right. Now, how to get out of here?